welcome back to my channel. Today I am going to be filming my current favorites for you guys. Now I did do a voting poll on my community tab. If you go to my channel and then click the community tab, I can really keep good communication with you guys there. Sometimes I'll give you a hint of what my upcoming video is, or sometimes I ask for what videos you guys want to see. And this time I gave you an option of what video you wanted to see next, and my current favorites is what won out of all of them. So that is what we are filming today. I also did ask if you wanted to see like a pastel type of eye look, and so what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to do a 3 looks in 1 using this Morphe 35 Icy Fantasy palette. So that will be in the near future, but this is the first look that I created, so it will be coming up. Speaking of favorites, this has been one of my favorites. I've had a very weird relationship with this palette. When I first reviewed it, I felt very underwhelmed by it because sometimes it can be a little bit harder to work with. I'm not gonna lie, if you are someone who is just starting off with makeup, this is probably not the best formula to try and work with. Some of them are just so powdery and really hard to build up. They are supposed to be pastels though, and you kind of have to keep that in mind. I think that's also where I go wrong too, is I just keep expecting to be able to build it to like this intense pigment, but it's a pastel, and so sometimes keeping that in mind is kind of hard. Like I kept trying to build up this green and I just couldn't do it. So today I actually struggled a lot with it again, but I still have it in my favorites because you do still get such a variety. In the springtime, it's all about pastels, and this is probably one of most affordable for this many options of pastels. And I do really enjoy the shimmers and the duochromes in here as well, so it's kind of like a hit and miss for me. I love it, and I've used the heck out of it though, but it is a more difficult formula to work with. But so again, I love-hate relationship, but this has been in my current favorites because I've been using it so much. And again, get ready for a 3 looks in 1 with this palette. While we're on palettes, we'll just continue. I've been loving the Smoky Glow times Midas palette, and I did do an in-depth review on this, as well as I did a get ready with me using this palette. And honestly, the shimmers and duochromes are just my favorite thing ever in this palette. You can get just some really pretty looks. I do want to play more around with like the pinks too. But I think you could do a really beautiful coral look, especially for springtime. And then there's these kind of like more purples, and the duochromes in here are just, I could talk about them all day, especially Nettie and Leno. They're my 2 favorites. They are just seriously so stunning, and it's almost worth buying this palette just for the duochromes because they're that good. I don't know if it's quite in stock right now. I also know that due to the coronavirus, Midas is having some complications with shipping things. Check the shipping beforehand. She does a really good job at updating on her Instagram and her Twitter as well. She also sends out emails, so be on the lookout for that before you do order, just to make sure that you know when your stuff would ship out. Recently this isn't a palette, but these 4 duochromes from Luxie Beauty are one of my new favorite things ever. So these are considered their ice cream social, but they're only $3 each, and last time I checked, they're back in stock. I did do a review. It was my last video, but I'll link it down below. But I love them all. This one is called Cookie Dough. I'm just gonna say the names so you know what the names are in case you're looking on her website. This one is in Bubblegum. I think my favorite is Snow Cone though, because it's so shimmery and it's just this pretty blue aqua-y color. And then this one's like a beautiful periwinkle to purple shift, and it's called Screwball, and it's just a beautiful shimmer. So I'm so impressed with the formula, because sometimes these very glittery shifty shades are either super crumbly or they have a lot of white cast, and these have none of that. They're kind of like the perfect in between, just soft enough. They're just soft enough that you don't have to really dig into the pan. It's just kind of like the perfect consistency. That's my son. I'm sorry. He sounds like he's a giant. He's 2 years old. So I will definitely be purchasing from Luxie Beauty, but I love these 4 so much already. They're just amazing. Another eye product that I talk about in like every single review I've done lately is the e.l.f. Eye Putty Eye Primer. Now this is good if you like a stickier base because it really helps that pigment stick and adhere. It does make blending a little bit more difficult, but honestly it's made almost every palette I work with the exception of the Morphe 35i. I feel like I struggle with certain colors in that palette, but for the most part almost every single palette I have used in review will work with this because it just packs the pigment on, especially since it does have that sticky base. I think they have a bunch of different colors too. They do have a white one, which I'm interested in getting, especially with all these pastels being so popular right now because of springtime. I think that one would be a really great one to have, and plus like anything looks good on top of a white base, but it is a little bit more on the sheer side. It's not like a super strong pigment. This one's in the color Rose, I believe. I don't see the name anywhere, but I do believe this one is in the color Rose, and it's almost just like my eye color, my skin color. It's nothing crazy, and again it's not like a super intense pigment. It's just a little bit here to kind of create a clean canvas to work with. But I believe it's only $5 and I love it. I would definitely repurchase that again. This next product surprised me. I never would have thought this would be in a favorites video of mine, but it is. So recently I purchased the Mini Peach palette from the Makeup Revolution site, as well as one of their new lip balms that look like the Glossier kind of knockoff dupey ones, and I was like so excited about this because I was like, these look so cute. So I ordered that, and then they ended up overcharging me, so they're like, we're really sorry, we're gonna include a watermelon popsicle lip mask and balm. And surprisingly this ended up being my favorite thing from the entire collection. So this is what it looks like. First of all, it smells like really yummy watermelon. They have a bunch of other different scents too, but out of everything this whole entire time, this has been my favorite thing ever. It is very thick and it is kind of sticky at first, but it smells pretty good. But honestly, it's about how it makes the lips feel. It's so thick, and it just, your lips will be so smooth after using this. It's amazing. So I would repurchase this. I kind of hope they bring it to Ulta so I don't have to order it from the Makeup Revolution site and I can just go to my Ulta and pick one up. But honestly, I'm obsessed with this. This is amazing. I think these are only like $5 each as well. I do really like the watermelon scent too. I know they have like a birthday cake one or vanilla, I don't really know, and some other like mango ones. I would for sure get another one of these. Either try a new scent or get the same one. I don't know. I just really love it. It makes a huge difference on my lips. If you have dry lips, you should definitely give this a try. I was very surprised by it. I was like, okay, that's cool. I kind of want to try it, but I'm sure it's not like anything life-changing, but I was wrong. Honestly, I haven't been wearing too much makeup during this whole entire thing. The only time I really wear makeup is whenever I film for you guys. So now I'm going to get into some skincare. So I have been using Fourth Ray Beauty since they basically first launched, and I have started using this alpha hydroxy acid serum. I am a big fan of alpha hydroxy, pretty much anything product. If you see something that has alpha hydroxy in it, it's probably going to change your skin for the better. Every time I use alpha hydroxy, whether it be in this bottle or just like another drugstore cream product for your face, it's always worked really well for me. It honestly changes your skin overnight. I'm not saying like a complete 180, but there have been times where I have like acne or bumps or a lot of like texture on my skin going on, and then when I put this on at night, the next morning, it's so smooth, and it doesn't completely get rid of your acne, but if you have like cystic acne, it honestly reduces it so much. So it helps smooth your skin, and I think you're only supposed to use this 1 to 2 times weekly at first, and then gradually increase to every other day. So this one I do use at nighttime, and you want to avoid your eyes because if you do get it close, it can like, you know, dry them out. It does kind of sting the first time you ever use it, just a little bit. You feel like a stinging kind of tingle. Honestly, alpha hydroxy is amazing, and this has worked really well too, so I recommend this to pretty much anyone. It works really well. You do have to be careful. It does say that it may increase your sensitivity to the sun. And the next thing is also Fourth Ray Beauty, and I've been loving this, but I've been slowing a little bit down on it just because now that we're almost getting out of winter time, my skin is dry, but it's not as dry as it had been, but I still do use this, and it is the Glow Up Face Oil by Fourth Ray Beauty. This is my second bottle of this. The first time I ever tried it was in this little trio. It came with like a lip scrub, it came with this, and also their turmeric face milk, and this just really saved my skin, especially in the winter time. If you have really dry skin, this just feels amazing going on the skin. It really just quenches the skin and it doesn't make it too oily. I think if you already have oily skin, it may be a little bit too much, but honestly, maybe if you use just a couple of drops, you might be okay and just put it in your really dry areas. But again, this is my second bottle and I love this. These are my last skincare ones, and they're little samples, but I think I'm going to have to cave and buy the full size because I am in need of these things anyways. So when I ordered my Sugarpill capsule palette, I got these two samples from Good Molecules, and this is the I can never say this, niacinamide brightening toner, and it has that, and it has vitamin C, arbutin, licorice root extract to brighten and improve appearance of enlarged pores. So I'm normally not a huge fan of toners because they're always so kind of drying, but honestly this has not dried out my skin whatsoever. I can tell that it's picking up the excess dirt and oil off of my skin after I use it, because there is a little bit, but it's not like stinging, drying out. It's very gentle. So I feel like this would be really great for people with very sensitive skin, at least in my aspect. I think it worked really amazing. So I'm a fan of this toner, and again, that's kind of a big deal for me because normally I'm not a fan of toners, so good job, Good Molecules. And then they also have this silicone-free priming moisturizer. It says that it's formulated with shea butter, macadamia seed oil, plant-derived silicone alternative to deeply hydrate smooth, and I felt like this really did get deep down. I liked the combination together, and online I think they're really affordable, so I'm definitely gonna have to try that out. They sell like a trio for like $40, and it has like this, the toner, and then also like to remove your makeup they have a melting oil type of makeup remover, so I might have to test that out. Maybe I'll do a full in-depth review of the Good Molecules bundle if you guys are interested in that. I don't think that's a bad price at all. It's a pretty good deal. So far I love these so much. I forgot to mention I love this palette, the Sugarpill palette. I can't wait to use it again. It just excites me so much. I have added their orange pill to my cart like 5 times. Like I seriously went to my cart to like be like, oh, maybe I should get it, and then I added it. It's like I already have it in my cart 4 other times. So I think that's like a sign that eventually I'm probably gonna end up with the orange one. I just really like them. The whole color story is so pretty. It's so perfect for spring. Just something so fun about this palette, and it makes me want the other one so bad. It honestly makes me want all the Sugarpill palettes so bad. So I think I am a new fan. I was thinking about doing a spring, my favorite makeup for spring, or I might do my favorite palettes for spring. Which would you guys rather see? Let me know down in the comments below. But that's all of my favorites for right now. It's a little bit, I don't know, of a weird time, so I think that skincare is probably going to be one of my biggest favorites right now, just because I haven't been wearing as much makeup. So let me know what some of your favorites are currently down below, and you guys have a great day.